Bump, Bashers. It is 6:05 on Friday, June the 20th, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. How are you all doing tonight? It's the early days of iBashers Freaky Fridays. It is I, your host. It's your show. I just hosted. My name is Dirk. For those of you who don't know the show, but there's only 90 in the room right now. I guess you're all having a drink with Oisín O'Malley, probably. How is everybody in the chat world? Rufus got in there at number one. Number one to be number one. It's a great Scorpion song. If you've not heard it, it's from an album called Eye to Eye that no one bought. They thought, sell out. The Scorpions have sold out. I bought it in Portugal and I thought it was marvelous. It was a total change of style. I liked it. I don't mind when my artists I like change their style. I'm not that guy. I'm just like, oh, they creatively wanted to do something different. How great is that? And it was good. There's a song on there. I think I might have mentioned this before on the show. There's a song on that album called A Moment in a Million Years, and it is worth the price of admission. It's the last song on the album. And if you like a Scorpions ballad, my God, is it incredible. It's just piano, which is very different for Scorpions. And it's written by Klaus solo. And it's absolutely a beautiful song. So Rufus in there at number one. Basher of the Day coming to you soon. I'm gonna spend tomorrow and tonight, probably not tonight, because I'm gonna have a drinky poo. I went out, thanks, courtesy of Softcore Terrica, and everybody else yesterday. I went out and got some Domaine de la Cruz Noire Saint-Véran Cuvée Terroir. This is white Burgundy because it's hot in New York City. So hot outside. You need something to cool you off. There's got to be a lot of people out there that like to drink Saint-Véran. I'm just going to be spritzing it out. I was thinking about having maybe I'll have either a Chinar. I'll wait till the big guy get here. He's not really drinking because he's getting fit. He's working out every day and he's not doing the booze and looking great. And I mean, I'm not a big boozer, but I haven't been working out. But I did take care of my bikes yesterday, and I got some stuff. I had so much rust on my bikes. I had to go out and get this shit called Wink rust stain remover because I leave my bikes out on the deck, and it's a very big mistake, and I should know better, and I'm an irresponsible bike parent. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, Rufus, number one. Bruce Stuttgart in there. Dudes, hey, buddy boy, how are you? Great to see you. Choose, Bruce. I'm wearing a Speedy today. I don't know. I actually was walking around with my Seiko on all day, but I got to say something about rubber in the summer. It's not my best friend. It gets rubber, and the heat and I are not the best of friends. It kind of gets gross on me. How do you feel about rubber in the summer? Just a little too hot, and then I get the red marks on there. I prefer cloth, like a nice, like a fabric bracelet or metal, because I can always just adjust these, and it's great. That's how I feel. Kevin Landon, number one, but number three in your hearts. Upvoted number one. Thank you. You were number one yesterday. Everybody's got some bashes. I would have got it all out today. It's just that I had a lot of stuff to do. I took Rose out. We walked around the street because today is the last day in New York City where it's not going to be murderous. People are actually going to be dying out there in the next couple of days. It's going to be 100 plus. Now, 100 in California or the tropics is different than New York City. New York City's 100 degrees comes with impossible humidity that is so impossible to live through. It's like there's no oxygen in the room. If you go outside, it's like you got hit with a brick wall. It's just New York's got the worst summers. They're just terrible. It's very rare that we get a good day. But I would have got that out today, but I had to do. I took Rose for ice cream. It was very nice. Happy Friday to Dirk, Oisín, and all the Bashers. Back to work, so I will catch. Oh, boo! You work too much. You work too much, my friend. Freedom makes a huge requirement of every human being. With freedom comes responsibility. Eleanor Roosevelt. Indeed. Here to Eleanor. Space Ace greetings. Ace gets way more credit than he deserves. I just have to say that. As a lifelong Kiss fan, it's like I love Ace, don't get me wrong, but people exalt him in such a way, and he's such a fuck up. Thumbnail in the style of Michelangelo Merisi, aka Caravaggio, Michelangelo Buonarroti. Actually, I tried to get it in the style of Da Vinci, and ChatGPT had a major meltdown when I wanted to get some craquelure in there. I wanted it to look like it's been hanging in a museum for a couple hundred years, and it kept saying, I can't do that because I have to. Every time it tried it, it made a new thumbnail. I was like, no, this is the one I want. But I had to go in Photoshop and goof around with it anyway. But I do that every day. But that one took like 3 hours to get done. Isn't that so stupid? That's what Dirk does. It's not just like, hey, let's shoot the shit and here's the show. I labor over those stupid things, and I love doing them for the show. What do you guys think about this new red light? It's like a amberish kind of on one side. Is it better lighting? I think it's pretty cool. I don't mind it, but you were in the right frame there. Mr. Panapower and Dave Fahrenheit 451, the king, live for the king. Dave Fahrenheit 451, he's still the king. He's the king by a wide margin. He's Novak Djokovic. Nobody's going to catch him. It would be impossible. Or is it? Kyle Pena. Hey, Kyle. Haven't seen you in the room in a while. Great to have you if you're here live. 3:01 a.m. Oh, Jesus. Look at this stuff. Who's here live? Mike Lewis is here. Dirk, come to Arizona. It's been miserable. 112. Yeah, but that's just insane, Mike. That's just, why do you live? This is what I want to know. When, when the great move to the West happened and you have all these people in their caravans and Indians are killing them, and then we're killing Indians, and they're getting ravaged and all that stuff. When they stopped in Arizona, looked around and went, this looks like a good place? Yeah, okay. It's like the same way when somebody stopped in Montana and they thought that was a good place. Who thinks that's a good place? I don't know. There's the big guy, looking very tanned.
Yeah.
Look at you, all tanned.
Yeah, I got tanned. Yeah.
How's your ankle?
How's the ankle? It's getting better.
That sucks.
It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. It's just slow. Walking on it, extends the issue, so you just got to stay off it. But it fucked up PT.
PT. Completely. All that prep for PT Womo. That prep. Weeks and money spent.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look fat, but you're just going to have to dazzle them in the piazza.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to wear all that gorgeous stuff in the piazza and sit there.
And just do like Instagram shoots and stuff. And
right.
I mean, you're going to have to figure out a way to convey that into something because next year's next year. The colors will all be out.
Right. Oh, Jesus. Fucking unbelievable.
Talking about how today is the last day in New York City where it's going to be possible for humankind to step outdoors because it's going to go up to over 100 and 100% humidity and people are actually going to die here.
Yeah.
It's just today it's actually beautiful, like 87 and super no humidity, really low humidity. Yeah. So I took Rose out. We went for ice cream and walked around town. I said, this is because I'm not going to let you out of your house for the next week. Wow. And that's just how it's going to be. Patricia Teague, hi, honey. I haven't seen you live in the room in so long. Hi. One of the great women of the Bashers. We have such great ladies of the Bashers. Such a great, it's like a little team. They're fantastic. I love the fact that we have actual really super cool chicks in the room.
Yeah.
It rules. They add the perspective because we're just male dum-dums. We're just idiots. What do you think of this new red side light? Is it cool or is it noticeable at all?
Looks like you're near a heater. That's what it looks like.
It looks like you're near a heater.
No, it's making you flushed and red.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, enough for that then. Then, boom, there it goes.
So for
It's
the
gone.
crowd, not many crowd came over. What the hell?
No, where'd they go?
I put the link in my chat and everything. I don't know.
Well, maybe they come a little late.
Jim Patterson Russian doesn't seem that turn up about missing. I am. I'm hiding it. No, I'm pissed. I lost money on the Airbnb and everything. It's a complete waste. I mean, the clothes I have and they're beautiful and all that, but they're a little bit peaty. You know, the pink shirt. I don't know if I'll be wearing that.
Oh, you'll be
every
wearing
day.
pink. It's summertime in Italy.
Okay.
Wear that pink and wear it proudly.
Okay.
You know, believe me, when the ladies see you wearing a beautiful jacket and a pink shirt, they're going to say, he's got confidence. Only men with confidence wear pink. And that pink is it's the perfect pink. It's pale.
Oh,
pink.
Luke did buy the Citizen. Okay.
Oh, hey. Nice. Hey, Luke, M-Tech.
He brought my attention to a watch called the Citizen.
Is it by Citizen?
Yeah. It's called the Citizen as well. This is it here. Let me find the watch. Oops.
You stay there. Somebody just rang my bell. I don't know who that is.
Good looking watch. Nice and simple. Little frame on the date. Small seconds. Yeah. How much is this thing? I think I forgot to check. How much do they want? Caliber 100. Let's just go with this blue, this kind of stony blue. $37.5 mils. Okay. Stores.
Sorry.
Everything okay?
It's UPS. I don't know because it's downstairs and I don't care.
Oh, okay.
It's probably cookies.
I don't see I don't see the price for the Citizen. How much does it cost? Who was that?
What's it called?
Luke.
Citizen, the Citizen?
The Citizen. I just had it up.
And that's it?
It sends you to stores where you can get it.
The Citizen. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's pretty though.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the price on that? Do we have any idea?
Hold on a minute. It's pricey.
Oh, it's pricey. Pricey.
Yeah. I'll share this screen up. It's pricey. Hold on a second.
Like super
4,400 euros for that thing there. 30.
Oh.
Why are they so different in price? Is it the dial?
I like the one with the brightening style bracelet. That's nice.
Oh, you like this one over here?
Yeah.
That's not
attractive.
My kind of thing.
I mean, you know.
Look at this one. This one's 57.50. These are pricey for a Citizen. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Is it an Eco Drive? Does it have a battery in it?
100, and it says this is all in French. It's 50 meters water resistant. Oh, I don't know. How much did you pay, Luke?
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's attractive. It's an attractive watch. When I think of Citizen, though, I just, I don't know.
Well, Luke says plus 5 seconds a year, so it is some sort of ecosystem.
Yeah. I mean, Citizen technically has the best movement in the world, don't they?
He paid 2,200 for his.
Oh, well then, I like it.
Well,
I like that. That blue is very, very pretty, and I do like that Breitling style bracelet a lot. I think it's sexy. I always like that Breitling, those kind of links. I think they're attractive. Listen, everybody's doing oyster bracelets. Everything now, everybody's doing president bracelets. They're all presidentials.
Yeah,
I like that. That's nice. I don't mind that. I don't know. What is that weird logo in there? It looks very kind of Heil Hitler in there.
It does a little. It's 30-year anniversary watch.
It looks a little.
I guess they've been around 30 years. I would imagine a lot more than that.
Oh, way more than that.
I like this one with this. 44. I'm sorry, but
I mean, 2,200. That's. I understand that, but if it was up over $4,000, I'd be like, save a couple more shekels so you can get up to like the Omega level or.
Yeah, you
like
kind
that.
of already are at the Omega level, practically there.
I mean, money wise, but I don't think watch wise though. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Let me see about this movement. What the hell it is? Caliber
Well,
100.
is it? Well, it's Citizen. Those are made in Japan, right?
Running time. Oh, it's Eco Drive.
Oh, it's Eco Drive. They're very
Yeah,
accurate.
they're very famous for that stuff.
Sure.
Accuracy 1 second a year, they say.
1 second a year.
Okay.
Man.
So it's kind of Grand Seiko-ish. Yeah.
Sort of. Do they make? Well, I guess that's what they're trying to compete with. Look at the flat though. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very flat.
Wow. Look at that thing though. What is that German word like Bunschenschlagen? Looks like, get out of the village quick. It looks like, oh, there you go. It does have a battery in it. Yeah, it's a combo, right? It's half mech, half battery.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why. I mean, quartz watches, kids, they're more accurate than your Rolex.
Well, that is, yeah, they are considerably.
That's just how it is. I mean, is that what we care about? No. Do we care about the fact that it's supposed to tell time? Who gives a shit?
You know what happened with the audience? I forgot to do the send over.
How'd you do that? Well,
fuck. I forgot to do the automatic. Oh, that's the first time I forgot to do that. I'm so sorry.
Start a new live show right now. Get as many people in there and then drag them over.
Oh my god. That explains. I was wondering. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I got a Saint Laurent for tonight.
Oh.
Beautiful white burgundy. Domaine Le Cruz Noir. Saint Laurent Cuvée Terroir. It's the Grand Vin de Bourgogne. Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, this is my favorite white wine for summer. Of course, I'm just going to douse it in ice and seltzer, so who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? Who gives a shit? Melly C live in the room on Friday. Hey, honey pie. Let's say hi to everybody. Let's say hi. You got this super chat? You got this? Andrew, congratulations, Rufus. I'm actually working today, 5:30. I'll watch as soon as I can. Enjoy the day. Andrew Wolkowicz, commemorative gong coming out. Luke M. Tech, you're obviously one of the guys on Ush's show, but welcome. This is iBashers. Tonight's a little bit different. We're just going to call everybody a cunt and drink a little bit. And $5. Thanks so much for that. On my usual show, it's just about kitty cats and everything's really sweet and nice and kind. And tonight, you're a cunt. I have a new character.
If you want, I can start another. I can literally do that. I can start another.
Kidding.
Okay. I just feel awful. There should be 190 instead of 90. Okay.
Well, we'll just have to work harder.
All right.
Come on. I'll drag the bell out. And Luke with another $5. Good video for you to do. Oh, that wouldn't it be sick though if Citizen called you up like a real company that said, "Hey," because then they'll write you a big fat check.
I was talking about that on my show about the details of how companies do these things and pay you and all of that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was going into those details just to let people know like how it all works behind the scenes.
No one asks Dirk to pimp their products. I could do litter boxes and all kinds of cat toys, and everyone would buy one.
Yeah, they would.
They would. I'm gonna open up this Saint Laurent. I'm gonna open up. Thanks, Softcore Terracore. He threw me $50 last night for tonight's wine, so I decided to up the ante on my white instead of buying like a $12 white. I said,
Neve's in the room. Hey guys, hello from the Turks in Dublin. Hey. We're not watching. We're too busy drinking our troubles away. Happy midsummer. Oh well.
Neve Mazel Tov.
Sergio, don't worry. I usually jump from Dirk's show manually. I know. That's
Sergio.
great, but I know. I should stop.
Well,
Oh,
we have
God.
Sergio. We're fine.
This week has been a week of small fails here and there. Damn it. So many things to think about when you're putting the show together. And then I usually forget. And in the middle of the show, I go, oh, yeah, I better do the redirect. And I just took it for granted. My brain just did a fart. Okay, well.
You did a fart.
Stop talking.
Did you do a fart? Fart's such a great word to say with an Irish accent.
Brain fart.
Fart. A fart. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's nice, man. This shit is.
I'll go get a little. I haven't been. I'm not drinking heavy.
I know. I opened my show.
I'll have a little iced tequila. It's not even good tequila. It's shitty tequila.
What is it?
It's fine. It's Jose Cuervo Blanco.
Oh, well, that's thank God it's not the oro.
It's not the gold
stripper.
Yeah.
People used to order that in my bar. They'd be like, I'll have a Cuervo. I'm like, no, you don't want that.
No, you don't want that.
And they're like, why not? It's Cuervo. I'm like, it's garbage. It's not even really tequila. It says on the label, made with tequila.
You want to know extra shitty? The guys, because we got a huge Airbnb, like with a bunch of rooms, a massive place, and part of their WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
they're called the Florence the Young Team. They call themselves a bunch, and I'm in the group, so I can see them all texting, going, "Hey, let's go to this other bar and let's go meet these." I can see it all happening, and I'm missing everything.
You have that so well planned out too.
I know. I had all my outfits ready.
They're called looks.
Looks. I had all my looks
ready. It's a lookbook. You have to. Yes. Everybody, when they go on like one of those things, they create a lookbook. Like if you had an assistant, they'd be like day 1 lunch, look 1, look 2. It's like a look. Whenever you see the models on the runway, they get the lookbook out. And then if you try a new outfit out, you know what that's called? Debut. What? I'm gonna debut.
I was about to debut some new looks.
Like I was gonna debut the new Canali. Yeah. Yeah. My friend Mark Leyland, who was a big makeup artist, and I got to, assist him.
Jim, you're right. Sobriety is a bitch. Yeah. If I was drunker, I would have remembered to do the redirect. You see, I'm higher functioning on the booze than I am when I'm bloody sober. That's not my problem. Sorry. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Doesn't matter what I was saying anyway.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
Just the Fergal. We all have one. You have one of these too, right? The Le Creuset, right? Everybody's got it. The wine opener.
Yeah, I have one of those. Yeah,
unbelievable.
And I use the blade to open boxes.
Do you? Oh, is it that sharp?
I got some gifts from Chiara.
Look at this thing.
She was delighted with the video, and she sent me the rubber strap for the Chiara Nardo watch.
Oh,
and it's great on the rubber. Oh my God, it's so good on the rubber. And she sent me a bottle of grappa.
Oh, really? Are you a grappa guy?
I can't drink grappa anymore. You know me. I broke something. I drank too much grappa. Now it gives me acid reflux. But you know who loves grappa?
Your brother.
When Lydia's back in town.
Oh,
yeah.
Is she?
When Lydia's back in town,
okay.
she can get into that. She likes that. So yeah.
Wow. Well, she's young, man. You can do anything when you're young. You can fly.
She's Veneto.
She's Veneto.
She's Veneto blood. Grappa goes down like water. It's no problem to her. She doesn't even feel it.
No. I can't eat spicy food anymore. My favorite thing is the hottest peppers in the world. Me and Emmett used to just every time I do it, I
lived on grappa for ages. I did a lot of sarpa and all of that stuff. And I just broke something, and now even the smallest bit gives me acid reflux. But it's okay. It was a lovely gift. I'll go get it. I'll show you. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Put some ice in this glass.
Patricia Teague says the Black Bay 54 is $4,500. Wouldn't spend that on a set. Listen, at the end of the day, I guess
that's right. I would agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, taste is taste. You buy what you like. I always say buy what you love. It doesn't really matter. I'm certainly not going to judge anybody on their choices, but Tudor, yeah. It's like Tudor, just that brand. I just wish it did something for me. It just doesn't. I know they're great. I know that they are. Bala says, this is the type of watch you get secondhand for 50. Well, you'd hope. Well, he got it for half off, so that's great. Citizen ProMaster for $150 decent, but 4,000, yeah. Don't come down on him too hard, gang. He made a purchase. That's what happens. I think everybody makes some purchases that they might reflect on, but I think for that price, that's great. 2,200, that's not so bad. Hey, Reverse-O-Verse. That's pretty great. The Citizen is the VW Phaeton of watches, esoteric and cool as K. As a result, caliber 0210 mechanical with the gravel dial, the one to have. Very cool. So here's a guy with a very, very cute puppy who has a little bit of action there. Hey, Scotty Love. They call him Scotty Love. I transferred myself from the streets of Venice. That's where you are right now. As I wear my bluesy. Well, there you go. Well, so then you got nothing to worry about. You got something like that. The stream transferred my phone, but not the TV. How interesting. Because he said he didn't set it. Oh, the canals. Yeah, well, there's no streets. Well, there are a couple of streets. Couple of streets in Venice. Not so many. But there's a few. Hey, as I wear my bluesy. Thanks for the super chat. Thank you, buddy. How cool is that? Thank you so very much. Let's give you a big bang boom for that one. Let's go kazoos. Scotty Love says it'll sell in Japan. Omega fanboy Ian Dirk, a foul will sort you out with spice. What is a foul? Is that a pill? What is that? I mean, I'm the guy that used to pile on the wasabi, and Emmett and I are always like trying to find the hottest hot sauce and all that kind of stuff. And now, I mean, every time I do, oh, look at you with the white. Look how crisp that is. Oh, it's time for dinner.
See, so I don't get to wear it at PT.
Beautiful. Great, that jacket. First of all, you've lost weight since you tried it on the first time.
Yeah,
because it looks completely different.
The weight is flying off me, man.
That's fantastic. You can really see in the shoulders and everything how it's really sitting on you like a hanger.
I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. I have to be careful with this thing with all the cigar shit going around. Isn't it pretty? There's only one of them. I got like 4 or 5 different nice blazers. I got that seersucker one with kind of gray blue. I got a green. Jeremiah, that's beautiful. Her beautiful son. Her beautiful children.
It was my idea, Jer.
Everything was his idea. Everything. I'm on the phone with him. How many of you out there watching have a bloody guru of style?
Oh yeah,
I'm the that guru they can call at any moment and say, "Hey, how's this look?"
That's a no.
There was a few of those. You're like, no, not that. No, wrong mix.
Well, look how smart that looks on you right now.
And
even with the black t-shirt, it looks great. It looks great.
God damn it!
I love seersucker.
So this is the gift from Chiara.
Wow,
Grappa Reserva. It won all sorts of awards. Her husband is from the Veneto region, so he knows Grappa well. I unfortunately cannot touch it, but Lydia's gonna have a great time. We were at a restaurant a while back, and after dinner, they offer you a drink, and I was like, I'll take one of those whiskeys, for free as kind of after dinner.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want one? And she's like, no, I don't. I'm not in the mood for a hard drink or anything. I'm like, okay. And the woman behind the thing, she goes, would you like what about a grappa? She goes, okay. She pounded like 3 of them.
Because that's not a hard drink.
Yeah, right. I'm like, oh, you're so your mother right now.
Christ.
Fucking hell.
See, that to me looks like a scientific, like you'd find that in a lab. You know.
Well, this is strong, I'm sure. Let me see what it clocks in as.
Because
It won awards for like the best grappa of the year 2 years in a row or something.
it killed less people.
I don't even see.
Carolyn Martin, who's in Italy right now. Enjoy the show, Bashers. I'll watch as long as I can, but I'm not Oisín who can pull a 2 a.m.er. Right. It's won something there now. Sorry I can't super chat from you. That's fine. Demonic curry. Foul. Demonic curry. I don't know what that is, Carlos. Somebody said that could straighten me out. Is it very hot? I love the taste of it. There's this stuff that they
44. It's not too bad.
Oh,
44 is okay
bad.
for grappa because they can get really high into the 50s. But they're the white grappa, the grappa seca. This is, I assume, this is like a barricata. Barrique.
Ray says, "I fecking hello, be nice." What happens here? What's going on with you? What's going on? I don't know what to make of Raphael these days. He puts these things. Look at that. It's all caps. Fecking hello, be nice. Was somebody not nice to you? Let me know who they are, okay? I'll take care of them.
Reverso versus roll up the sleeves.
Yeah, for seersucker, sure. No problem at all.
I just pulled them up?
Yeah, just pull them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull them up.
I knew you'd know. I mean, it was so funny when you went, and I came out of the store, the woman was like, well, with that jacket, you should get cream pants. They will go really well with some. And then I was trying on a jacket, and you were like, you know what? It'll be perfect. Cream pants. I was like, you know all the rudiments.
There are rules.
There are rules to go by.
Listen, some people can pull off crazy stuff and get away with it. You know, some people, it looks great, but you don't want to go down crazy. You want to look classic. You really have a particular style that's, timeless and all that stuff. And there's basic rules. People can break them and it's fine. Mm-hmm. I love that. Come on, roll them up. You want to. Yeah, you can absolutely roll them up for the summer. It's a summer jacket.
I mean, rolling up jacket sleeves. I know the short rules very well. Am I really rolling this back? I don't want to roll them. I feel like just pulling them up.
You can just pull it up, or you can just. I mean that's a half line jacket, right? Meaning that only the sleeves and half of the actual construction, right? Inside, is there a Bemberg in there? A Bemberg lining?
Yeah,
like a sateen lining.
Yeah,
then you can roll that.
Okay, so I can roll them.
Does that have working buttons on the sleeves?
Let me just give you full screen so you
can
do
that.
See everything you need.
Yeah.
There's the buttons.
Yeah.
A couple of them are hidden. Two are revealed.
Okay, that's very cool.
And we have the inner lining here, which is lovely and soft and silky.
Yeah.
So what am I doing? Rolling?
You could rolling.
Yeah,
but you have to do it so it's uniform. I mean, you could go for the sloppy look too, but I'm not a big fan of the sloppy look. Pull them up then.
Like doing it.
It's seersucker. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
With that. Now, if you have, if those are working buttonholes, I would unbutton two of them and then roll up from there.
This one seems tied. This one's stitched.
You might have to. Sometimes you have to
break them,
the seal on them. Also, never ever. Here's another rule. Never.
Oh, yeah, they're breakable. Yeah, they're meant to be broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never ever. Those you can do, but when it comes to like the pockets, like ticket pockets and breast pockets, never cut those open because it ruins the silhouette of the jacket. So, like, if it's sealed, just leave it that way. Who the fuck needs to put something? You've got pockets on the inside, and that's fine, or pair of pants. But, like, the ones on the side, on the outside, I never open those. Never.
Yeah, these are sealed.
Yeah, I would leave them sealed forevermore. I don't want here, too.
Is this my new look? Black t-shirt?
It looks great.
All right, great.
I think it looks cool. Machine could rock that t-shirt and jacket with just undercrackers. What that means, but what's an undercracker? Cheers. At the risk of parking my socialist credentials for a second, when you've got that jacket, the event will follow. There you go. Yeah, agree. You make a scene, you make a party, you make,
I'll try on other jackets during the show.
Why not? Daniel, you could absolutely wear a great jean, but if you're gonna wear jeans because this is summer dress casual, you can do it. Of course, I much prefer wearing that suit. It looks great, but if you want to do it just for a summer look, I'd pair that with a jean and the pink shirt or a pale blue shirt.
This one,
when it comes to jeans, I'm very, very particular about jeans. They should be selvage denim. They should be, if you can get waxed Japanese denim, because that's the ones that look the smartest, especially if you're going to wear them with a beautiful shoe. Like if you're going to wear them with like Ferragamo slide or, something that's a little bit more summery that you're not wearing, socks with. You're probably wearing Peds, but just got to be careful with the jeans. You don't want them to look like you went to Costco or to the Dunn's stores and you picked up a pair of denim for a couple of quid. You want to have a nice pair of jeans. Now, Japanese selvage denim is the best in the world, and especially the waxed denim. Man, what a look that is! It's great. It's super Hollywood, It's perfect, like out for cocktails, Venice Film Festival. Speaking of Venice Film Festival, did you see what I sent to Con Club?
No.
That the Debauchery is going to reopen in 2027.
Yes. Oh, nice.
They've got $250 million to put into it, and they'll
spend every penny.
They're going to spend every penny on that. They just finished apparently the beachfront, and they're
they've been working on that for a while because there is a restaurant that opened a year or two ago on the beachfront.
Right.
So that's been there.
Well, the problem with that is that restaurant's probably either going to have to go or be incorporated into the hotel because the hotel owns the
restaurant. It's not independent. It's just that they started there weirdly. But apparently it's quite popular and really high class and everything. Well, people have been talking about it, so I guess it's all going to smoothly fit together. But
and the way you get to the beach from the hotel is you walk along the sand and you go through these beautiful archway because there's a road in between the beach from that hotel, unlike hotels here.
That's right.
So there's this whole kind of like secondary lobby downstairs, but they said that's finished too. So I'm very excited because when that place opens, we're checking on in, baby. That's going to be crazy expensive.
Money. Of course it will.
It's going to be nuts. But I don't care because I've been dreaming about that hotel since I stayed there. I have such a romantic
that's true
thing about that place. I'm obsessed with it. Ferragamo, agree. Topster's in the room. Hey, invest in Ironheart. I have spent way too many thousands on Ironheart shirts, coats, trousers, selvage, but it's so nice and will last you a lifetime. I don't know about Ironheart, Topster. Let me go look at what that is.
Yeah. I'll go get another jacket.
Yeah, go get a drink. Okay, look at this. Oh, they're expensive. Oh, the Holden classic jacket. Look at that. Ironheart. This is very masculine-y looking shit. Wow, I don't know about this. Here we go. Let's take a look. Okay, let's pull up and take a look at it. Ooh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's wild. Are you ready for the new sensation? Reloved clothing. What is that? Like recycled denims? Look at this. Look at the jeans on this. Medium cut. Where's the selvage at? Where the selvage at? Wesco boots, Abi Good Label, Porter, Goddard, STF. Interesting. Let's see what they got here. In the shop. Let's go to the shop. Oh, these are all the jeans, right? They have selvage here. I never heard of this brand before, but it's pricey. Slim tapered cut. He would probably want that. Slim tapered cut. Can I go in there? There. These are pricey. $500 jeans, $400 jeans. Look at that. Oh yeah, here's all the selvages. Oh look, wow. Slubby. Oh, slub pant. I love slub t-shirts. Definitely not a slub pant though. That looks like something Doreen would wear when she goes to Walmart. Black selvage. Yeah, this is what we're talking about here. Tapered cut, indigo. Yeah, that's the way to go. Especially if they don't have a wax denim though, huh? Look at that. Look at the inside of that. Yeah, that's nice. It's very pricey, man. Super duper. These are $400 jeans he's pointing us to.
Nice.
Yeah. Look at that. That's the mark of a great jean in there. They've got slub. Slub jeans are weird. I don't know about that. I like slub t-shirts, but here's a tapered denim selvage jeans, $335. They average around 350. I never heard of this brand before. Ironheart. But look at its masculine shit. Look at this. Let's go to the main page of this guy in his Jeep, right? Riding a motorcycle. Look, is Jim Lassick. That's what I think Jim Lassick's life looks like. And whiskey too. Nice stuff. Very nice. Thanks for. I never knew that. Quality denim has to promote the lunchbox. You're talking cryptically to me. I don't know what it means. They make all their own fabrics and threads. It looks obvious. Looks very, very good. Hey, Ash Fishpool, where have you been? Look at you, looking good. Oisín with the Cartier and the new jacket. What about a nice pocket square? For sure. He's definitely going to put one in there. I'm going to leave that up there until he shows back up because I'll be so happy to see you, Ash. Daniel Gutierrez, Boji Milano. He lives at Boji. He's always in there. It's like his favorite spot. But now he's got a new place in Venice. Look who's here, Ash Fishpool with 50 balloons.
Wow.
Looking good, Oisín with the Cartier and the new jacket. What about a nice pocket square? He's got plenty now.
I do. I have them right here. I'll show you.
Yeah.
What do you think of the green? I mean, maybe it's not as good with the black.
Well, that lighting is very
good with the green one. It's the pink shirt under the green is actually really nice.
Oh, it's great. Hold on a second. I just want to give him a gigantic bang for this because it's $50.
Sure.
Thank you, Ash. Yeah, this jacket. I love this on you. Now, can you tell all the fine folks where you got this?
Fusaro
in Venezia. Now they have stores in other towns.
They're from Naples.
Oh,
Naples. Naples. There's an explosion of brands coming out of Naples. Like last year at the PT, most like 90% of the new brands were all Naples. And Naples is like becoming the new Florence, and they're making top quality, nice stuff for good prices.
Yeah. Ash is right. The green and the black, not so good together. Agreed.
Not so well. No.
Yeah, but if you put on that pink one, why don't you get up right now and put on that pink shirt and come right back?
The pink shirt under this?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
Just go do that. Oh, so Patricia Teague, that's a Japanese brand. Okay, that I was unaware of. Look how cool that is. Very nice. Thanks for the hookup of that. They make their own fabrics and it's Japanese denim is just oof, man. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to see what I hope he puts. So let's see what he does with the pocket. Probably I'd go with white, probably. Invest in Ironheart. I've spent way too many thousands on Ironheart. Look at that. I didn't know anything about that. That's amazing. Where do you put your pocket square if you don't shit can the thread? Oh yeah. Well, on that jacket, yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, you'd have to obviously do that. I don't do it on every jacket though, because some I just, pocket squares I don't think are necessary. It's just a nice little addition sometimes. A couple of things you can wear them with, but not everything. It doesn't have to be Don Draper every day of the week. Because you know what happens? It starts to, you gotta, and dry cleaning and pressing is rough on fabrics. Now, when my dad was buying suits in the 50s and 60s and 70s, all suits came with 2 pair of pants because they just did because they wore out. You don't get that now. It's crazy town. Paz with $5. Sono Jaquetto. Wow, 100. Oh, you speak Japanese, right? That's amazing. Very cool. Thanks for the bang, bang, boom. And he's a bass player, and you're like Marty Friedman and what's his face? Paul Gilbert. Both of those guys are amazing players and speak Japanese. That's very, very cool. Look at him. He's speaking Japanese. Dressy Bessie. We're trying to next. It's me and your wife are going to try to do that for you next. Did you get the address? I sent it to you, I think, that day when we were talking. I think you absolutely should do that. But the white I like much, much more. That green jacket he's got on, the lighting is not so good there. It's beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful jacket. And it looks great with that pink shirt. I think you'll all see, and I think that you'll all agree. I'm an oil man. I've always been an oil man. Yeah, it should be great. It's a great looking jacket. And listen, pastels or pastels, as they love to say in Ireland, pastels. It's nice and daring to wear that. It's a great look. You know, a lot of guys wear black, gray, blue. You put on a dazzling pastel jacket or white or seersucker, a crisp white or ivory dinner jacket. That says everything, my friends. That's a different elevation, though. You know, that just doesn't work on, like, if you're a little portly, you know, then you just look like a waiter. But like if you look like William Holden, you know, and you pull one of those up for Humphrey Bogart.
So,
oh, wow, that was so weird. You came back with the black t-shirt on, and then still look at that. Looks amazing.
pink and the green works well. It's very light pink. It's the first pink thing I've ever worn in my life.
Oh man, that is the schnizzle, my friend.
Yeah.
Look at that. You really lost weight, man. You look slim.
I'm not slim, but definitely lost probably about 8 pounds, something like that. Pink and green, kids.
It looked better before. What are you doing with the collar now? You getting nervous about how you? That looks great. That's fine.
That better?
Yes, that's better. This looks fucking. This is the schnizzle, my friend.
Yeah, you see, I'm supposed to be fucking down getting my photo taken next to
that.
Franco
That is
Mazzetti.
good. How about that, Jer? Your boy's looking pretty dapper.
So this is a nice neck.
That's lovely.
Thing. Yeah, gold with blue accents.
Yeah.
And then this is a proper Ascot. I was gonna mind you, it's 35 degrees and it's like 100 in in Florence, so it might have been hard. But this strong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to tie an Ascot. I was going to do all that last night. I've no idea how to tie an Ascot properly. But look at the sharp colors.
You look just like Peter Bogdanovich, who always wore Ascots.
I like Ascots. That's nice.
So do I. It's a
you
great
wear them loose.
You know what? You're walking along, the seaside on the promenade, and it's a little chilly out, and you've got one of those on. It looks great. Yeah. Ash says, my wife says that combo's on the money. That is money. Well, look at that. Pink with that green. That is crazy. Listen, pastels or pastels, as you guys like to say, you can wind up, if you don't do it right, you can wind up like the Easter bunny. You don't want to look like you're going to be put in an Easter basket. This is Mediterranean summer. Look at that. Ah, bravo. Look at that.
It just needs to be broken, though. I need to break the things.
Yeah, if you're going to put that in
so
there.
like a strong pocket square. I have what is in here? That's so much stuff. I have to wait a year to do that shit. I'll just, as you said, I'll do it around the piazza. I'll go to the Florian.
Yeah.
And just
go to Florian and just be like,
be super cunty.
Jim Patterson, Orson Welles cut F is for fake and Bogdanovich's guest room portable editing machine, like a portable moviola. F is for fake is a great movie.
What about this bright yellow?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
sure, looks great.
I have to learn how to tie an Ascot properly, but yeah,
I'm sure there's 100 YouTube videos of it.
Yeah, there are. That's nice.
But I'll say right now, that look right there with nothing, no tie, nothing looks great.
This is the one.
Yeah, listen, it's not overdone. It just looks like you just got home, you threw that on, and now I need a cocktail. It's great.
Yeah.
You put, have a great look at it. Everything's working. Everything's working.
This is working too, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's working. Yeah.
Look at the style on this.
Yeah. Oh,
sexy.
Wow. Yeah.
Try that anywhere. This is going in the pocket. It's a bit big though for the pocket.
Yeah.
What to do with this?
Well, you fluff. That's when you do the fluffy ones. We do the
fluffy one
with the 3 fingers, and you wrap it around, and then you fold it on the side. There's a lot of, and there's 800 tutorials on how to put those in your pocket the right way.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of sharp.
There's the 3, 5 finger. There's a million different variations.
Yeah. And there's a gray one. Oh, this is kind of silvery gray. Is this an Ascot? Oh, it's an Ascot.
Hey, look at that. A cravat instead of a tie is for those who know.
What about that?
It's a bit dramatic.
Yeah, it is strong. Yeah.
It's a bit dramatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I'd say,
There's so many clothes around the house. I also have these jackets, and this has pants with it. This is a navy.
Yeah.
And this has matching pants with it. And this goes nice with the pink under it too.
Sure. Blue.
And it goes nice. I have seersucker shirts that arrived. And then I've got this one, which is like the one before, the cream one, but this one's colder. This is kind of white with blue.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, it's a nice
one.
Look
at let's look at the lining. Open up the jacket. Let's see that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Now this is a curtain lining. Now this is a half line jacket for those.
Half line, yeah.
So because in a winter or heavier weight jacket like Super 120s or any of those, it would be lined throughout. But if you see the way they drape it on the side, that's called the curtain cut in the back. And you see, yes,
yeah,
beautiful.
Cut.
And that stuff is is usually when it's well made, it's called Bemberg lining.
Okay,
and that is exceptionally done. Look at that. Beautiful lining. So yeah, I would just.
And I have the full suit, and I got these are the pants. I don't know if you watched my recent video. I go to the tailor. He cut the pants right for the pants for this and for the cream white one that I had on earlier. I have the pants and everything to match.
Bravo.
No, it's great, but it's and I had them all cut high ankle so I could do the PT thing and show off my tanned ankles. My ankles are fucking brown right now.
You know what? I'm going to make a statement here too. You're going to attract a totally different caliber of lady now.
I want that restaurant owner, that Chinese woman who
you don't want
billions of dollars.
She's already done her thing. The caliber.
I need a sugar mama.
Oh, a sugar mama. All right, well then. that outfit you have on right now, that's money. That's absolutely gorgeous.
Now, what pants are this? Because I don't have the green end. I can buy them, but
no. You don't want the green end.
Green
you don't want to do that. You look like a gumdrop. No,
right.
It's too much.
So what? Cream pants or dark?
Cream.
Baby, so I have the cream pants, and then dark shoes, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'll show you the shoes.
Yeah, 100%. Time to unwind. Dirk, I want to warn people, be careful with GLPs. Don't go too far. 6 weeks ago, I could see both bones protruding from my shins. Muscle loss massive. Wow. He's talking about Ozempic and Wegovy and Mounjaro. For people how much weight did you, time to unwind, how much weight did you want to lose? And how much weight did you lose? And how fast did it happen for you? Because, listen, I've never done that. I would totally take that because I have 20 pounds on me I would love to just get rid of. And it's like, you know what? I just haven't found the time to because I'm so busy, I haven't found the time. But this is very scary stuff, what he's saying here. Because remember a couple of weeks ago, he told us he was losing so much weight. My question, 65 pounds lost. Jeez. How many pounds did you want to lose?
Is he on Ozempic?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because what Ozempic does, as we all know, is it makes you consistent. You never break the rules because you're never in the mood for it. So here's some of the shoes. These are the Polinis. Yeah. They're going to be mad at me as well because they wanted me to show them off at PT and they gave me 30% off. So there's the PT loafers or the Polini loafers in blue suede. You hate them?
No, I love those. Are you insane?
I don't know if they're for this outfit, but
they're not for that outfit. No, you don't want to look like a carnival wheel.
And there's Ferragamo.
There you go.
Right.
Now, those are dark brown or black?
Black. Yeah, Ferragamo.
Because your lighting in there is very soft and warm.
Okay.
Yeah, you could wear you could wear a black shoe with anything, by the way.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
No, these are spectacular no matter what I wear them with. And then I got these Velsaca ones. They're making a big hit here in.
Yeah, that's perfection.
Yeah, Velsaca are beautiful, right?
Gorgeous.
Look at the backs of them.
Beautiful, and they're already vulcanized on the bottom.
They are not.
Oh, they're not. Okay, dude. Get that sorted right away.
Yeah, the others are vulcanized already. These are not. So I'll get those done.
Yeah.
But that's. I mean, the thing about Valsaca and Polini is, I mean, it should be $800. These are $3, whereas the Ferragamos are $8 because they have a name.
Because they're Ferragamo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
fantastic.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, guys, when you buy shoes with a leather sole like that, do yourself a favor and go to the shoemaker and just ask them to just vulcanize the bottom of them.
Shame I don't have photos of me and Franco because that was already set up.
Yeah,
and then because I wondered, Franco's in love with my AP, you know, so I was going to bring that for him to wear, and I was going to wear either what do you think, probably the Cartier or the gold sub under this.
Oh, I mean,
maybe the Cartier. I don't know. And then he fucking tags me, and then I have 10,000 more subs on Instagram. You know what I mean?
You know, we'll go really well with that, a reverso.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's have a look at Franco, see what he's doing here. Because he's a lot of people did not go to PT this year. Really? Damien Broderick didn't go, the Irish guy.
Really?
Alexandra Dobre didn't go.
What?
You can see that, can you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is Franco this year. I should be in one of these photos with Franco. Jesus.
I mean, you could have gone in there and stole some thunder because nobody was there. Exactly. That's when the secretary becomes the vice president.
That's right. Look at fucking Franco just. And he put his bracelet back on his GMT Master.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That looks good.
It's just looking like $1 million, this guy.
Like, who are those people he's with? They kind of look like they're out shopping.
Oh, there's various different looks. There's Franco in Venice. Probably a very hot day. No jacket.
Right.
Franco in Florence.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Look how fat that tie is. Are we? Yeah. Like, honestly, listen, I don't have my ear to the grindstone these days. The width of ties is like lapels, and it just takes one runway show to change the width of a tie. That is an extraordinarily fat tie.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fat. So that's a fat tie.
You're getting a photo with this dude, and you're sorted. And Sean was put me in contact and everything. I already had his contact. We had breakfast last year. Wow. But so he was like, "Oh yeah, let Oisín know, like, come along, let's do a thing." And nice. No,
wow,
yeah,
wow, yeah. I mean, he's ridiculous. This guy. Yeah,
unbelievable.
I'm not loving his Farrah Fawcett wings though. I wish he would. I like his hair before. He's working this kind of winged look. It's looking a little Lord Fauntleroy there. I mean, and also you notice he loves to never dock his tie. He likes to put the back of the tie and let it fly loose. Oh. Now look at him wearing that green suit there.
Yeah, I love that one with the shoe with the
like
fucking. That? Oh my god, this is my favorite of his suits.
You like that? What color is that shirt? Is that white?
It's white.
Now, is it white or is it pink?
No, it's white. Maybe it's their screen.
Now that with like a cordovan shoe.
Oh, you might be right. Is it? No, I think it's the photo.
The lighting,
I think it's white
because it looks white there. Yeah.
That's white there. Yeah.
Look
at them with the shoes.
Yeah, I mean, listen. He doesn't fuck around.
No.
That's pretty great. A couple of nice ones came in. We have time to. Oh, I want to give you that. Thank you for the warning. I wish I had access to that shit because I would do that tomorrow. Has with $10. You walked into a party like you were walking up to. Can I tell you that I did not know that the lyric was "Your scarf, it was apricot" until about 3 years ago? I'll never forget. I was in working at Friend of a Farmer, and it was on, and I'm singing along to the song. Two things happened. Two epiphanies happened during that song. That listen, I never realized that was Mick Jagger ever.
You never knew?
Never knew that.
You're so vain.
Y'all so vain. Y'all, of course it is. And I was like, and then she's like, your scarf, it was apricot. I'm like, what? I never knew. I always thought it was like something of Africa. Like you sailed into Africa. Like, it sounded like worldly, whatever. Anyway, right. Thanks for the balloons. Thank you so much. Let's go. Super Chat guy. And Eddie says, well, I did it. A few moments ago, I purchased the Volcane cricket. Oh, 36.
Oh, he did it.
Okay. Salmon. Pale salmon. I came
in over 5K.
Oh, that's a lot. I like Volcane. Volcane's cool.
That's nice. Big we're looking at it on my episode. Yeah, he's into it. It's, in-house movements, kind of horology going on. It's nice,
Yeah.
I feel guilty. I need to dress. I need a dress watch, though. I'm single again. Hey. Tell me about it. I know that feeling. It's the best place to be, man.
Go get a Reverso, or go vintage Omega. Go get a nice old DeVille.
No, he did. He just went for the Volcane. I have it.
Is that a dress watch?
I'll show you.
Show it to me.
Interesting because it's where was that? I had it up. There it is. I don't know if it's this one.
Oh, that's
he said what?
Nice.
It's salmon. So we got this one. Oh, that's sexy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, $4,100.
Yeah, it's pricey.
Beautiful.
Now let me ask you, what do you think of that weird pusher by itself?
I know. I was looking at that going.
It's a little bit like a skin tag or something, is it?
Shit. And you're always tempted to pull those out yourself, but you really can't.
You gotta cut them close to the skin.
Do you do that?
If you get a skin tag, just sterilize the scissors, leave it in boiling water, and push the skin and get as close as you can up to the skin, and have a piece of cloth ready to push down so it doesn't scab. And then your skin tag is gone. Don't do it with a mole. A mole needs an
Moles
actual.
Are deep, yeah.
You need an actual guy to do that, and they use a little round thing that wears them down. Or there are different ways to deal with moles. So you need a what's the name of a skin expert? Dermatologist. You need an actual dermatologist. I went to one in Vicenza. I was a friend of the doctor. I went over and I got it done for free on a mole in my neck, which was an amazing job he did. But skin tag, you can deal with yourself if you just take care and keep everything clean and sterilized.
Do you feel it when you cut it?
No, you don't feel a damn thing. There's nothing in the skin tag. There's no nerve endings in the skin tag.
Oh, there isn't. I have surgical scissors.
Well, then, and if they're curved, they're even better. If they're slightly curved, they're better, and you just get in as tight as you can. You don't want to hurt yourself on your skin. Get in as tight as you can, cut it as close as you can to the skin, and then press down hard with a piece of tissue or whatever. Make sure everything's clean, and just hold the pressure on it for 10-15 minutes, and you are done with that skin tag. I know all about skin tags.
You do?
I do.
I have one.
I'm a moley guy.
I have one right here, and it's horrible.
Oh yeah, you can. Well, you can't do it yourself if it's there.
It's there.
Okay, so have Paul do it and brief him on what to do, and you can get rid of it.
I think I'll just go to a dermatologist and do
it. Or yeah, if you want to pay the money.
I have insurance.
Oh well, then you're good.
Eddie, thank you so much for that big bang boom. Let's give you a super chat. Congratulations. You wanted it, you bought it. And you know what? Fuck it. That's what matters. That you wanted it and you bought it. It's beautiful.
He loves it. It's beautiful.
Well,
is it this one, Eddie?
I love it. What size is that?
It's small. I think it's 37.
37. Okay. Well,
where is it? Here,
Is that got an onion? Can you have a better close up of that crown? Is that an onion crown or is
onion crown? It looks like.
Oh, I like this
I
watch.
like the crown.
Ooh,
My
look at the
issue is
back.
my issue is the
Ooh,
if it's open,
ooh.
it's an in-house movement. It's
Wow.
yeah,
36 millimeters. Okay.
36. Yeah, what is dress watch size? It's just that pusher I'm worried about, but I guess if you get used to it, maybe it adds to it brings in this eccentric.
Eddie,
You
when
know,
I think of the Vulcan, this is the first thing I think of. Do you know what that is, Oisín?
sorry, I can't see. Where are you?
Right there. You don't see that picture right there?
Oh yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Oh, that okay.
That's the famous Vulcan clock in the TWA terminal at Kennedy. And Vulcan came in when they refurbished it and turned it into a hotel, took that clock down for 3 years and put it back good as new. Isn't that great?
What strap did you get, Eddie? Because I'm looking at straps
I love
here.
that brown one. Beautiful.
Where is it? Here. There's this one, sexy. Then they have this one, a plain black with black stitching. Then they have this brown
Yeah, that one's
with
boring.
brown stitching. That one's a little boring. They have a gray with gray stitching. That's not bad. That's
better
not
than the
bad.
other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks
This
like
one's
it's
suede-y.
yeah.
And then this kind of bluey gray. My favorite is that one.
That one.
Yeah.
Me too. That's beautiful.
Hope you got it on because that looks like that one in the photos.
Look at it. Now see that color right there? That's Cordovan. Look at that. Look at that. That's when we were trying to get you a pair of Cordovan shoes.
Eddie has an answer.
Quite
Does that mean you got the wrong one? You can
got brown
change
alligator.
your order
Brown
before
alligator.
they ship it.
You got brown alligator. There you go.
Brown alligator, you got the one. That's the one.
That's the look, kiddo.
Okay. I mean,
I don't approve of the alligator murder and dissection, but
So let me ask you, without knowing, Eddie, so is that a 24-hour hand? Is that a GMT hand we're looking at? What's the pusher for?
I need ice. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this.
What's the pusher for? I need to know. Without, I guess I could read the website, but just make it easy for me. What? I mean, is this a chrono of sorts? A timer? Is that what that extra hand is? It's let me read. 50. Okay, so it's seconds. So that is a timer then. That's a chrono. A chronograph. Yeah. See what it's for the alarm. Yeah, it's got a okay, I'll wait till Dirk's back. It's got an alarm. Omega fanboy with the skin tags, dental floss. Listen, I investigated this stuff a lot years ago, and there are a lot of theories, and there are products you can buy to, tie around a mold, tie around a skin tag, and remove it. But if you have surgical scissors with a little curve on the scissors, so it can get right in, you can make it a very, very quick job. Personally, but I'm not a dermatologist. Do not take my advice. I'm not qualified as a dermatologist, so ignore everything I'm saying. It just worked for a person I know who had a few skin tags that were very annoying, and I took care of that shit, and that was one less worry on their mind. I can tell you that was really annoying for that person, and I took care of it. But that is, that's a gorgeous watch, Eddie. Not going to say it's not beautiful. That's very, very beautiful. And now that I know about this watch, if I see that in the wild, I'll be like, holy shit, there's one of those Vulcan crickets. That is very cool. Very, very cool. Good job. What else is going on, guys? He's off to get ice. Wonder, should I try other jackets? I could try the dark blue with the pink shirt. See what you guys think. I'm very excited about pocket squares and Ascots right now. They're not for this weather. Truthfully, I would have worn the Ascot in at PT for like 5 minutes for the photo, and then ripped it off because it's hilariously hot down there right now. There's no wind in Florence. They don't have any.
There's no wind in Florence. There's no wind in Florence.
By the way, the Vulcane has an alarm. It has a 20-second alarm.
What?
Yeah, it dings. And that's what the pusher's for setting.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap, yeah.
Wow. I'm liking the yellow, man. You know what? On tan skin, like you ever see like yellow on a beautiful black woman? It's like outrageous.
Oh,
yeah. And
Can
when
I
you
just
have
put an
tan skin,
Ascot kind of took it under?
you could wear it. Yeah, you could do that.
Can I do that?
It's kind of opera scarfy. Yeah. That would be more of an opera scarf, which is always white. Opera scarves are very cool. If you ever decide to go to La Fenice, wear an opera scarf to be super cunty. I think that's fine. I think that looks great.
Yeah, it's kind of okay.
Why not?
3 colors here, but they're bright and summery. Ain't so bad.
I like it, man. It's got a little bit of BD energy, man. I think it's cool. I like it. It's comfortable, like you're very confident. It's a confidence thing. I'm wearing this the way I want to wear it.
Yeah. Let me stick on the blue jacket.
Now it's stuck in my head. Dun, dun, dun. I used to think it was next stop. It was Africa. That's what I used to think it was. Next stop. It was Africa. And it's his cravat. It was apricot. What a weird lyric to that song. That's unbelievable. Omega Fanboy says, tie it off with dental floss. That sounds like a procedure. We'll drop off within days. Thank me later. No worries. You're welcome. Ugh, skin tags are gross too. I have one that's just nasty, but just Jesus, just go to a dermatologist. Exactly. By the way, I don't have a dermatologist, but Paul does, and she's the smokiest of smoke shows. She's like Malaysian, and she's 6 feet tall, and she wears Louboutins in the office, and she's so beautiful and fun and hilarious. And one day, and we went in there because Paul's got a ganglion in the back of his head. It comes back every like 5-6 years, and he gets rid of that with her. And she comes in and scrubs to my bar, and she sits down and she's talking. I said, "Oh, hey Doc," and she looks at me, she goes, "Oh my God, you're that cute couple." She just thought it was cute that I came to his dermatological. Paul's, oh, that looks great. You know what's funny? When you come back, it shows.
At first, it has the old frame.
How does it do that? Why does
I
it do
don't know.
that?
That's very weird.
That's so weird. Yeah, that's just money in the bank right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong. That's navy, right?
That's navy.
Navy with pink.
I have the full suit. Yeah, pink.
I
have the full suit. I have the pants that go with this as well. I also have the Canali equivalent of this, which is higher level again. But this is kind of lighter, slightly lighter than the Canali. And there's contrast now we have. But it's not too stark because it's pink instead of white. And actually the watch, if I go with gold watch or whatever, it might be nice. It might
the gold bluesy would be perfect with that.
Yeah.
Or reverso.
I had a reverso, but it was too small. I need a fucking nice big fat rose gold reverso.
Scotty Love goes, you know what doesn't go with a green jacket and a pink shirt? Skin tags.
Skin tags.
He's in Venice right now. He's leaving Sunday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Space Ace walked up to me. Space Ace?
Sure, Space Ace is on the show tonight.
He walked up to me in the middle of the piazza.
Come on.
Yeah, he was like, I'm Space Ace. I'm like, hey. He bought me a drink.
Oh, wow. How great is that, Dan? I always go, whenever he comes on, I go, Dan.
So how's the bluesy with that?
That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Bluesy would have been nice with that, with the navy blue and the pink.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't gold with the blue face. My God. Oy.
Yeah.
Woof.
Fucking
Perfect.
big long fucking monkey arms. I swear to God, man. So that goes well, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. It's a horrible look. The
This is
blue and the
fun.
pink are more elegant, but the green and pink are. Yeah, you know, yeah, but there's the difference. One is extremely daytime. I'm going on a yacht, and
Right.
this one is more like I'm going to dinner or maybe to a show. Or
Yeah.
this is an evening look. Whereas that green jacket is, my friend's got a beautiful boat and we're going out for the day. It's got
Right.
that look to it. So, I mean, I'm mad for that green jacket and that pink combo. Mad for it. It's a great look. Now all I'm thinking about is like I want somebody to give me Ozempic so I can go fit in all my clothes. Oh my God! 100 years ago, people died from removing moles and skin and carbuncles. What is a
Hey, listen.
carbuncle?
As I said to the audience while you were getting ice, I'm like, I'm not a dermatologist, so actually, do not listen to anything I'm saying. It annoys me when influencers and people on the internet have their fucking ideas about medicine. That's annoying. Leave it to the professionals, please. People who studied for a long time to understand these things. For me, it worked. So, and for a person I know very well, it works. But yeah.
I mean, it is also important when you become to a certain age to go to a dermatologist so they can go look around and see what's on your body and
Right, yeah,
if
because you
they've
can't
got
see all the stuff. You
No.
might have shit on your back that you don't even know, on the back of your neck or something. You don't even know, especially if you're in the sun a lot or on the top of your head. Dermatologist is going to check all that shit for you. So leave it to professionals, 1,000,000%. But I'm just saying, I shouldn't be just saying anything actually when it comes to medicine. So I'll shut up right now.
Yeah, let's just tell everybody what to do when they're sick, and we'll tell them to drink to take hydroxyquin or whatever the fuck was it, hydroxychloroquine. What was the name of that shit? The president was like, just drink bleach.
Yeah, just inject yourself
with bleach.
Jesus Christ!
Rub some tussin on it. Robitussin.
Spray it with Windex. Right?
Windex, right? Just like
My big fat Greek family.
Yeah, Windex does everything.
Windex fixes everything. Yeah. I was talking to a friend months ago who had a painful breakup, and I was telling them, I started kind of doing a bit of lecturing about, how these things work and so on. And I realized I was not being caring enough, and a thing came up on my Instagram feed or something later that night. Miraculously, maybe our phones are listening to us, right? And they send you the stuff.
Are.
But it came up like when a person is drowning is not the right time to teach them how to swim.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, I'm very sorry for, the little stupid high and mighty lecture. You're down, and etc. Tangent. Sorry, very sorry.
Do you know that actor? What's his name? Dean. What is his name? McSteamy. I just watched it very hard. This is the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because he was a championship diver, swimmer, and his name is McSteamy. You know this guy. His name is Eric Dane. Do you know who that is? You do. I'm going to show you.
I've heard of McSteamy.
Okay, so this is him, right? Can I show you this guy? You know this actor, right? This guy. You've seen him.
Yes.
Right. He's from like Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. Because
Right.
McDreamy is the guy everybody thinks I look like.
Right.
Patrick Dempsey or whatever.
Patrick Dempsey. I don't think you look like him at all. But
okay.
I get why they think that. You're same type. Same type. He's broad and he's burly and all that. And he's got definitely. I think he might also have green eyes as well. Very possible.
He might, yeah. I think he's more chiseled. But
he's kind of he kind of has a bucket head. Kind of.
Oh, he does?
I mean, like I should open up my big mouth about that guy. Anyway, this guy Eric Dane was talking with Diane Sawyer the other day because he was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease.
What's that?
ALS.
ALS. Shit.
See, that's interesting that you said, "What's that?" Because Paul said while we were watching it,
I've
he
heard of
said,
ALS.
"You never heard of Lou Gehrig's disease?"
I've probably heard it, but
Okay,
I'm
so
not sure.
well, you want to know why it was called? It was called Lou Gehrig's disease for the longest time, and it could be an international thing because Lou Gehrig was one of the most famous baseball players in the 30s and 40s, and he was the first guy, the first person that was famous that came down with this yet unknown disease. So they called it Lou Gehrig's disease, and they called it that until maybe the 1990s when they finally called it, like, I think it's amyolateral something, lactase. I forget the name of the actual thing, but you know what it is. It's basically your brain stops sending signals to the muscles, which is different from multiple sclerosis, where your body actually kills the myelin sheath of the neurons that, you know, the superhighway that all of the electricity goes through to send stuff to. That actually destroys the outside of the cable. Whereas Lou Gehrig's disease, it just kills all the nerves, which is nuts. That guy, and he was talking about, and it was like, I'm listening to this guy, and he's a handsome guy, and he's 6'4", he's a big guy, and you know, everybody loves him, and he's this, that, or the other. And he's talking about how he went swimming with his daughter, and he realized, oh shit, I'm gonna drown because I can't get myself back to shore right now. And his daughter looked at him, and she said something like you just said. He goes, I'm a swimmer. She goes, maybe not anymore. And she went in and grabbed him.
Right.
Because he was going to drown.
Yeah, because
now when somebody's drowning is not the time to...
Is not the time to teach them how to swim. Exactly. You have to know if somebody's in...
Yeah.
If somebody's in a dire position, is not the time to tell them to drink chamomile tea and get an early night's sleep and fucking drink 6 to 8
told you not to smoke in bed.
Yeah. It's not the time. You have to save them first, then you can do the lecturing later. It's a big life lesson I've had actually in recent years with people.
Sure.
And
well, it's interesting because people
get them out of the water, get them out of the rapids first.
Yeah.
Then worry about the other stuff. Yeah.
It's like tough love. Oh, he's on drugs, or she's on, you know, she's an alcoholic, or any of those things, you know, and you're like so busy preaching to them while they're dying in front of you, you know?
Yeah. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You save them first, and then you can worry about the lecture.
ALS and sclerosis multiplex are those horrible diseases that I just never, ever want anyone I know to get. SM is a bit less severe, but I would definitely go. So I'll tell you a little brief story, a guy that she knows as well. And that's our friend Paul Huston, who is a guy who lives in our neighborhood and owns the wine store that I still frequent. It's where Oisín and I learned how not to drink Mulderbosch anymore. And
too much.
Yeah, he turned us onto some very cool wines, and we kind of started our wine journey from there because he laughed at our choices, and he was a bit of a snoot, he was the MS at Chanterelle in New York City. It's 15 years ago. I looked it up. He came down with back pain. He had built this store, and he did it all by himself, and he came down with some pain, and he couldn't figure out. Finally, he was diagnosed with having primary progressive multiple sclerosis, and this was at 52 years of age. It usually happens to people much younger than that, but he's still alive, and he no longer has the use of his limbs, but his brain is he still beats the fucking shit out of me at Jeopardy when I go hang out with him to watch Jeopardy, because he's so smart. And he's trapped. His beautiful brain is trapped inside a body that no longer works. So these are the cruelest of God's punishments for whatever reason that anybody could, you think about Stephen Hawking. I mean, here's a guy that had ALS, and you know, they learn how to use, for some crazy reason, it does not affect eye movement. You cannot eat either when you have ALS. You have to get fed with a feeding tube. And there's also a very famous guitar player that was picked out of obscurity by David Lee Roth. His name is Jason Becker. And he made an album with David Lee Roth, and they were about to go on the road. And he said, something's wrong with my hand. It's just not, I don't know. And so they got another guitar player, and then they found out, hey, Alice, he's still alive. He has this big foundation. I'm not trying to bring the show down, but you brought up the thing. It's like, God bless every single day you get to walk on this earth and still have all your facilities, my friends. And never judge what he said earlier. Like, never try to preach to somebody when they're struggling.
Not when they're struggling. Another time, sure.
Yeah, sure.
But not when they're struggling.
No, not when they're struggling.
Just help them out.
Yeah.
Don't teach them how to swim while they're drowning. That's not good.
It's just not the right time and the right place to do the tough love. I'm not a big fan of the tough love thing. I think it's selfish. Not a fan of it. Yes, we can all get exhausted by that when somebody's a fuck up. Sure, it can be exhausting, but these are people that really need help, man. They really need help. Sharon, hello, happy 25th birthday. Yeah, I wish. I'm more than double that. Isn't that fucked up? Thanks so much. Sorry I missed Leslie. Anything for you, my love. Big hearts. Thank you for the well wishes. That's very sweet. Rufus says, Score Man, I just found a set of Silk SH807's tripod for $10 at a thrift shop. Nice. I'm going to tag along with my sister more often. That's cool. Hey, Rufus. Rufus plays bass? How many bass players do we have? Paz is a bass player. So weird. I asked Oisín the other day about if he ever owned. You owned a 5-string bass at one point?
Oh, I've had several, yeah.
I don't know what it is when I see a guy playing a 5-string bass. I just think you're a douche. I just think it's overkill and it's unnecessary, and you're obviously going to play something that nobody cares about.
Well, the big thing with us, I mean, we're getting into musical stuff, but
sure.
The big thing with us in bass years ago was if you don't know how to do it with 4 strings, you can't do it with 5.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I just think somebody sent me a screenshot of
and there's a perception that you're putting the extra string in there to compensate for your lack of ability to do it. Do you know what I mean? You're adding the 5th string because you lack the skill to actually use the 4 strings correctly, and you think that that's going to be it's going to fill in,
fill in what
band-aid that issue, but it isn't. It's
going to make it worse.
It might actually, it could have the adverse effect. You're right. And honestly, that low, what is it, B? It's not gonna change your life, and you can't really hear it. You're only gonna add a D, maybe a C, and that's kind of
Michael,
just use an octaver
or a drop D.
Or a drop D.
My bass player had that
hip shot.
Yeah, my bass player.
I had a hip shot. I had a hip shot on a couple of basses. Yeah. It was right there for my thumb. And
you just hit a switch and you're in.
Yeah, you hit a switch and it gives you that D if you need the low D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some double bass players and orchestras have the extra, they have the D.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
you see it on a double bass.
Who just said that in the chats? Jim Patterson. I'm looking for a double bass. I didn't know you were a double bass player. I love that we learned this in there.
It's a lot of work. I mean, if you want to do jazz at Mingus style, you need the forearms. You got to work out the forearms. If you're using a bow, you're in an orchestra, and then it's different.
Yeah. Bala says, if you play metal. Now, that's my problem, because I'm a metal guy, as you know, and I see the metal bands that have those 5. First of all, there's so much cacophony going on and so many overdriven guitars, and it's so fast. Who the fuck cares? You're not going to even hear that low shit, because even the way that stuff is always recorded so trebly. It's just not like, for me, if it was in a Steely Dan track, okay, maybe I'd hear it, or jazz or something where you could really appreciate that.
No, they want that low. Ensemble. It's like the electric guitars in a lot of speed metal. They have the 7-string guitar.
Oh, that's another douche move.
Different thing.
What the fuck is that? It's like a whole new genre of mess. I don't get it at all. It's just too much stuff. Rufus says, yeah, a bass is 4 strings. It just is. Get a Rick and shut up. Mike, my old bass player, the greatly departed Michael Bucciolato, he used to play G&L basses, which I thought they sounded great. They're like Fender. They're
strong.
They're very Fender-y. They're
strong rock bass.
They're a great rock bass. And then he went all high octane and got a Philip Kubicki with the drop D on it, and it was pink. and we used to call it the gay bass. and he got rid of his G&Ls, and like I never thought it improved his. And for a while, you know what a lot of guys were playing, and then I'll end the musical thing because people don't care. Why was everybody playing those Aria Pro 2s in the 80s?
Because of Duran Duran.
Oh, is that why? How interesting.
Roger Taylor.
John Taylor.
John Taylor. Yeah. Roger Taylor's a different Taylor.
Two of them, one in Duran and one in Queen. It's crazy.
Yeah. John Taylor, he was the sexiest bass player maybe in years. And girls who like Duran Duran, they liked Simon Le Bon, but they were into John Taylor.
He was gorgeous.
And the closest thing you could get to John Taylor is just buy the Aria Pro with the through neck.
Yeah.
Thing. I had one.
Yeah, so did Michael. He had.
I wanted to be John Taylor. I don't know if I wanted to be him, but I was interested. One came along and they were cheap.
Great bass player.
They were like the Tudor of basses, you know.
Oh.
They were more affordable.
Everyone had one.
You know, everyone had one. They were more affordable. They were a lovely big piece of wood. Very heavy.
Very heavy, yeah. They had like the maple
your back would hurt. Yeah. Well, they had 5 or 6 piece through neck.
Yeah.
It was like a multiple pieces.
Multiple, because it had the like mahogany strip down the center.
Strips, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why John Taylor, he was influential as a bass player because he was a sex symbol.
Sure. And
bass was pretty prevalent in Duran Duran. Say a prayer for me now. Doon, 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 doon. Everyone heard the that melody on top. Yeah. But under it was doon, 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 with chorus, and it was very exotic and so on. And he was cool. There were certain bass players that brought bass out to the forefront, like Flea.
Sure.
In Red Hot Chili Peppers, it was all you could fucking hear. I don't know. I'm talking. Getty is, we love all of that stuff, but I'm talking about stuff that was on the radio single day, everywhere in the world.
Well, she
fucking give it away now. Yeah. Everyone was jiving to that, and they were like, "What instrument is that?" And then people are like, "That's a bass guitar. You've never noticed it before, but that's what it is." Then everybody wanted to be a bass player. Bass went through a metamorphosis in the 90s. Because of people like Flea and others.
But Flea plays what, a jazz or a P bass? Which one?
No, he's a Stingray.
Oh, he's a Stingray player.
Stingray.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I always wanted one of those. Those are cool. Did you have a Stingray?
Probably 6, 7, 8 of them.
Oh wow.
I had a pre-CBS one.
Oh wow.
It was like a baseball bat.
Sure.
The neck. I had multiple. I had 5 strings. I had a fretless one in electric blue fretless one.
Electric blue.
Dude, I've had 50 bases. 50, 60 bases.
Yeah, meanwhile, he only likes one of them.
When you have it. Well, no, Emmett has
Next
the other
time
one
I'm in Italy, I'm bringing it with me.
Emmett has the other one. You have...
you've got the only 2 bases you ever cared about.
You have. And Emmett has numero due.
Yeah.
Because that fucking P bass is an animal.
I always use a carry-on, so I'm just going to check my bag next time I go to Italy and just carry that on. That'll be the end of that, because it's ridiculous that you don't have that there.
Yeah.
Pat says, sorry, I'll take my Alembic. You and Stanley Clark. Well, that's a totally different animal.
Alembic, I could never I can afford one now, but I could, back in the day, Alembic was $10,000.
Oh yeah.
And that was just out of my reach for an Alembic. Alembic are they're like the Patek Philippe of basses.
Sure.
They're kind of a other level. And the only prominent Alembic players was the Entwistle from the Who.
Sure.
And Stanley Clark.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark King eventually picked one up, but that was after, Mark is remembered for the JD and the Status and stuff. He just went to Alembic because the guys came along in the suits. You know that about Alembic, by the way.
Oh, yes.
They're like the Amman Hotel. Like, you can't book the Amman Hotel any way.
They have to approach you.
They have to approach you. And with Alembic, the guys arrive they're men in black suits.
Yeah.
And they're like, we would like to offer you a bass, you know. And so that happened to Mark King, and he was completely seduced by them. And next thing, he's playing alembic with the fucking lights across the ebony fucking fretboard and
Sure.
drilling that fucker into the ground. That guy's a monster. You know what
He's
I
a
discovered about Mark King recently? We're getting very musical here. Mark King from Level 42. Anybody watching? Amazing bass player. He's left-handed. I just discovered that recently, and I was obsessed with that man for years and everything he played. He's left-handed. Shocked.
It shouldn't be that way.
He's a drummer on the bass. Fucking
He's
amazing.
a drummer, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that
And
helps him
whistle,
out
of
with
course.
his percussiveness.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I
who
mean,
knows?
because dig, 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 dig. All the play between both hands, you know.
Do all stingrays have active pickups? I did not know that. I took them
Active as in battery.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
They all do? I didn't know that because I'm not a big fan of active
maybe
pickups.
maybe not pre-CVS.
I've never been a fan of that. Bala loves it. So many bass players here. John Paul Jones did have an alembic.
Oh,
Phil
John
Lesh,
Paul Jones, of course. He
Phil
had
Lesh.
an 8-string.
Yeah.
He had an 8-string. He was the first 8-string bass player. The next 8-string bass player that was prominent in the world of music was the Pearl Jam bass player. The beginning of that famous song from 10, the one that
Jeremy.
broke them. Jeremy. That's the bass. It sounds like a guitar and a bass, but it's just the bass.
It's got an octaver on it or something, right?
No, it's 8-string. So you've got
it's 8-string.
So
it's like Tom Peterson, right? From Cheap Trick. That guy only plays an 8-string, and I mean, all of Cheap Trick is 8 and 12-string bass. That guy plays those custom hammers, always did, and that's why they have that crazy sound. That's nuts. I don't know what Les Claypool plays. What does he play? I don't know. I never knew. I mean, I never paid that.
I never got into Les Claypool.
Yeah, I mean, he's very good friends with Geddy Lee, though. I know that.
Geddy loves him.
Geddy
idolizes him.
I know.
It's kind of weird. I'm like, Geddy's a better bass player.
What's his band called?
Primus,
right? And it was one of those.
He did a lot of
like, yeah. He does a lot of that
kind of fluffy fucking around, but it worked because he didn't care. He was like a comedian bass player and singer.
Yeah, he did
a lot of wild stuff while he was doing. It was like Frank Zappa had a baby.
Yeah,
with,
that's who he is.
You mentioned it earlier. The Factor bassist. What was the guy who had the Factor bassist?
Who's the famous guy?
Two-hand tapper guy. With the Factor bass, he put Factor on the map.
Oh, I don't know who put.
He was a two-hand tapper. I used to learn a lot of his stuff. He played Bach and shit on the fucking bass.
Oh God, you're gonna kill me now. I don't know who that is. Tell me who that is. I want to know, guys in the chat. You probably know. I'm trying to remember who Michael was. It's got to be the reason why. Oh, yes, that's why Michael played that bass. What is the name of that guy?
That guy.
Who was that guy? Shit.
And it was an all graphite bass or something. It was weird. Stu Ham.
Stu Ham. That's the reason why Michael got that bass. He was obsessed with Stu Ham.
Stu Ham could do some wild shit because he played piano. He started on piano, so then he got to the fretboard and he just started doing both hands. When I did any two-handed tapping like that, I was very good at it because I already had the piano shit going on. So it was very, very easy for me to learn all the Stu Ham shit,
Wow. Paz says Tom Peterson right off the bat. Of course.
This is funny talking about this stuff because on my channel, I never talk about this entire
you're on iBashers
of information
now,
of fucking
they like
musical
it though.
instruments. And
so
shit
many guys here are
like a whole other airport hangar of fucking goodies and boxes that have been left unopened. It's bizarre.
And we could talk a dog off a meat truck with this shit because
Jesus Christ, life is long.
There's so very little that and like I'm an odd bird because he's a bass player. and I'm a singer, but yet I'm obsessed with everybody's gear. I want to know all the guitar
Yeah,
shit.
that's true.
I want to know all the bass shit. I want to know
as
all
a
the drum
singer,
shit.
you know a lot about guitars, amps,
Yeah.
basses, drums.
Yeah.
You know a shitload
I'm-
about the
I'm-
other instruments.
I'm interested in.
I know a
what
lot of
you're
great
playing.
singers, and if you ask them about
don't care.
drums and cymbal types and so on, they probably don't really know the rudiments there.
No,
You know,
they don't care. That's because I've dabbled with every instrument too. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a drummer more than anything.
Scotty Love, can we go back to skin tags? I know we got really heavy into the gear.
Do you want?
You're
to
lucky
really
my brother is not on the thing.
Oh, Emmett, come on the show right now.
If it was Emmett and Dirk, forget it. Just log off, because just let them talk among themselves, because it would
Divorced.
just go on all night, and it will eventually just very quickly just get onto different types of Les Paul guitars. Because that's always the way it goes.
It's always back.
The conversations are always aimed in that direction, which is great direction. Pino Palladino. So Pino Palladino, Chris, he ended up playing. I mean, one of the great master bass players. He ended up playing with the Who because Entwistle passed away about a year or two before we toured with the Who. So it was extra special when we did a two gigs with the Who. It was monumental, so it feels like more, but I think it was only 2 or 3. And it was crazy for me. First of all, the Who. Okay, so there's that, right? And then also,
by the way, Sir Roger Daltrey. He was knighted last week.
Oh, he was knighted last week, right? Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking at the line of basses. And I'm as a bass guy growing up, I idolized Pino Palladino, all the stuff with Young. What's his name?
Paul Young.
Paul Young.
Every time you go away.
Yeah, but I was learning every line, and Pino is like 6'7". He's an enormous guy, so he could do these licks that no one could do. So all those bass players are trying to do the lick, but we don't have these spades that he has, and. Anyway, so I'm looking, I'm backstage or at the side of the stage, and I'm looking, and I see Pino Palladino's bass, and the basses that I obsessed over for years as a bass player. And the rest of the guys don't really know what the fuck is wrong with me. And I'm like, I can't believe it. There it is. There's his fucking jazz. There's his P bass. It's all worn down. There's Pino's shit. He was the wrong bass player for the Who, by the way.
Totally wrong. Yeah. But the perfect. I saw Paul Young probably 5-6 times because I was obsessed with him. And those records were in the States. It was not only Wherever You're Hanging Your Hat Is Your Home, that song. Right. There was so many hits off those 2 records that Paul Young did.
For the bass guys, it was Tear Your Playhouse Down.
Tear Your Play. Oh my God.
So all the bass players in the world are going nuts about that song and how to play the fucking line in there.
And it was all fretless, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he played a Stingray fretless. Unbelievable. I know. That's sorry. Okay, we should stop.
Okay. So did you ban Paz on your show? He says for Dirk, because you banned me too. LLO. I could be super chatting. Did you ban him? Is he banned?
I don't know. Did he say something stupid? I don't know.
What did you say?
I don't ban people willy-nilly. You have to say something offensive and stupid.
Just say that you support Benjamin Netanyahu.
What's with all these bass players offending me and
But look at how the come together moment. Anyway, super check. That was the album, no parlay. That was the album. I'll never forget. I was a deli clerk at a supermarket called Shopwell in Jamaica Estates, Queens, where I used to slice Donald Trump's mother's cold cuts.
That's right.
She used to get boar's head bologna sliced paper thin, and she always wanted American Land O'Lakes American cheese sliced paper. I used to shred it for her. She was lovely. And anyway, in the back by the dumpster, my friend Jim Thornton was playing a song, and I was like, who the fuck is that guy? He's like, oh, it's Paul Young. I remember the minute I heard that album. I was right by like the trash compactor where they took all the boxes. Like
Live Aid was his peak, right?
What was
Live Aid? 1980.
Yeah, I guess. What was the other album after No Parlay? Shit. Let me go look up.
So his first song was "Wherever
Paul,
I Lay My Hat Is My Home."
Paul Young. Let's go look at his. He's 69. Okay. Let's go look at his discography. His first album, No Parlay. Oh, The Secret of Association. So his first album was 83. That was the big album. That had the big stuff on it. That had Love Will Tear Us Apart was on there. That's the Ian Curtis song. Of course, that was a big hit too. Love of the Common People. What's that?
He did a cover of Love Will Tear Us Apart?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
Wherever I Lay My Hat Is My Home. That's on the first record. No Parlay. Then the second record, The Secret of Association, had Every Time You Go Away and I'm Going to Tear Your Playhouse Down. Everything Must Change. That's the other big one. Oh, man. I went to see him. I saw him at Jones Beach like 4 or 5, many times. Wow. I was obsessed with him because he had that, if we could solve any problem, that crazy, horsey, wow. I just thought he was so soulful and so cool. And he had
soulful, yeah. British soulful, yeah.
British soul, yeah. That, yeah. I'm not going to say blue-eyed soul because I'm not sure what color his eyes were. You never know. It works with, and of course, that song was written by Daryl Hall. Most people know that by now, but Every Time You Go Away is a Daryl Hall song, which I don't think people knew for the longest time. Isn't that a Joy Division song? Yes, it is absolutely.
Yeah, Love Will Tear Us Apart. That's their biggest one.
That's the song. Yeah. Pino stuff with D'Angelo. I've never listened to D'Angelo.
Oh, D'Angelo. Yeah, I remember. Pino was always the guy. He was the most hired bass player for so long.
Oh yeah, number one in the game.
He was always in the studio.
She's great, man. We love her. She's a sexy beast too, with her like little dresses, cocktail dresses with the skirts. She's a beastress. I'll tell you, man. there are a lot of fierce ass lady bass players out there in this world. Bass is an instrument.
Now there are. Oh my god, they're
Tal. She's amazing.
Tal is insane. There's a new girl that.
The Indian one.
Rick Beato had on. Oh my god, the Indian one. Jesus, she's scary.
She's the one that
she is frightening.
I don't give a shit. Let me find that right now.
She is. Yeah, they're dominating right now. Female bass players.
That is, what is that chick's name? Willow. And what is the name of that Tiny Desk? Not gonna get in trouble.
Oh, Tiny Desk, yeah.
Yeah, that's this thing. I'll play it because I don't care. It's Friday night and I get popped for shit.
Well, don't get us.
I'm not gonna get in trouble for playing this, am I?
Just find the moments you want and play 5 seconds of it.
Okay, hold on.
But we could be in trouble. Well, mute that then.
Okay, hold on.
Don't play that.
Okay, hold on.
You have to be careful.
Yeah, this is.
There she is. That's her.
Yeah. Listen to that bass line.
There she is. Oh Jesus! I don't know what's happening in her brain.
The song is insane. I'm gonna stop it right now because I don't want to get murdered.
That's smart, very smart.
That song is a masterpiece. That's Willow Smith. That's Will Smith's daughter, Willow Smith.
Yeah, she's great.
And that album is incredible. When that came out, it's so Kate Bush meets abstract jazz. There's a couple of different time signatures going on in that song, and it's just crazy singing and playing. And look at her band. It's a couple of young ladies, and that girl, I believe she's Indian. Should we look her up?
Yeah, let's get her name at least.
Yeah, because that would be fair. It is Mohini Day.
Mohini Day.
Yeah, she
looks like she's not doing anything. Like she's doing nothing.
She's doing nothing.
She's all modest, and then they let her rip, and she starts. And you're like, "What am I seeing? Like this is nuts."
I watch to our earlier point, which makes me some kind of sociopath. I watch a lot of channels that about bass players. I like all of them. Mm-hmm. And there's this one guy in England, the guy that's got that whatever condition where he wears the glove, and He has a lot of people on and they teach each other things. He's had her on numerous times. Like when she was so young, and she tells her whole story about how she picked up the bass when she was about 11, and everybody's like, oh, it's too big for you, it's never going to work out. And her parents are like, no, if you like to do that. And she's from India. Like, they don't, who plays fucking bass there? Nobody cares. They have all their own instruments, and they're
By the way, I
work.
think she plays a 5-string.
Oh, does she?
I think she does.
Scott Devine, that's who I'm talking about. Look at you. I love Scott Devine's channel. I love it. Do you watch his channel, Oisín? It's a great show.
No, I don't think so.
I'll show you who he is. Hold on. This guy's terrific. It's a great channel. I just love to watch great musicians do great stuff, man. And I don't care what instrument. You could be playing flugelhorn, and I don't care.
JBB, don't forget Carol K.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I've had Carol K in my ear for the past couple of weeks since Brian Wilson passed.
You ever see this guy?
Oh, with the beard.
No, that's Leland Sklar.
That's
no, not him. He's a legend.
No, he's
this guy right here. This guy.
I don't know these guys. I don't follow these channels.
He's got this very young girl. She's very, very cute. Yannick Gishwala.
Maybe I've seen him along the way.
I just like watching musician chat and stuff.
Fair
like that.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So you heard Carol Kay told the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to go shove it up their ass, right?
Really?
Yeah, she was inducted as a musical performer this year. It's about 40 years late, my friends.
It's too late. She's on every song we grew up with, and it's way too late.
She takes umbrage with the fact that she's going in there as a member of the Wrecking Crew, which she says was not a real thing. She goes, that's a nickname from Hal Blaine, and I was this paid session musician, and I wasn't. She's kind of. I disagree with. I don't have a problem with somebody turning down the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it's a big legion of shit. However, I think her reasons are weird. Like, well, who cares that they called you guys the Wrecking Crew? As a fellow musician, I love that little pocket of Hal Blaine, Tommy Tedesco, you, Glenn Campbell. I think it's so amazing that you played on so many of our favorite albums, classic timeless albums. She takes umbrage with the whole fact that she's going in there as this member of the Wrecking Crew. She goes, I was a paid session musician, and I went in there by myself. Okay. And okay, that's fine. Esmeralda Spalding, yes, she's incredible too. There's so many. Charles Betud, yeah, amazing. He's great. There's so many. That guy's so young. Have you ever seen this guy? He's like a little twink. Like, he looks like he should be on like the number one twink site. Like a tiny little Britishy, pale, translucent thing, and he's a sick ass bass player. It's crazy. Yeah, she can sing. Willa Smith. She's a super talent, Rufus. She's great. Marcus Miller, of course, Marcus Miller. Yeah, I mean, there's so many great stuff. We could go on and on and on about that shit, but we'll bore the crap out of everybody else. So why bother? I could talk about string gauges and
Jesus.
But you know what I mean? You have no idea how deep that goes. You're like, do you ever put a badass bridge on any of your basses?
That's what I'm saying. Like that, for whatever I'm known for now, there's like a whole football field of fucking info with the music, and I don't ever talk about it. In fact, I talked about it a little tonight because somebody was asking me what I did for a living and stuff. So I kind of gave a bit of a story about orchestration and writing for strings and brass and so on. Sure. We're talking about the very tail end of a huge fucking epic.
No, but it's a wealth of knowledge, though, that like underneath like on my show, I don't really talk about music either, but when we are collectively having a drink outside of the YouTube's overse, we have this crazy bandwidth filled with information of all this musical tech knowledge shit that we never impart to anybody else. Some people might find it interesting, but it might bore the shit because it's not how we were introduced here.
Yeah.
But it's there,
It's just funny how life goes.
Can we go back to Ascots? Because you're bored. Let's go back to me and your wife going and taking you shopping because she's tired of your t-shirts. She goes, he's got 50 black t-shirts.
Have you ever tied an Ascot?
I have not, no. I've appreciated the way they look.
Look at the way they're made.
Yeah, I know they're made.
I think you do something like this, and I don't know what you
Why
do.
don't we
Like,
watch?
well,
Why
one
don't
is
we?
longer. Yeah, maybe pull up a
So-
video. Jim Patterson said this is my thing as well. Jaws is 50 years old.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
look
it
who
was
it is.
made in 75, but it was released in 77. So you talking about when it was made or when everyone saw it? Because it was shelved for 2 years.
Yeah.
They didn't
was.
believe in a little guy called Steven Spielberg. They were
Well, 'cause-
angry because he went over schedule, way over schedule and way over budget, and they were very mad at him. And the shark kept breaking, which turned out to be a blessing because it kept the shark out of many scenes and it kept our imaginations running. In the end, it was better not to see the shark as much,
So much
because
better.
we feared the shark more.
You're always
We
afraid more of
couldn't
the things
see
you can't see.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like sex scenes in movies. It's better to do less.
I don't want to see
that way.
it.
Our imaginations do the rest of the work. That's all you need to do. But I mean, Jaws. What can I say? It's one of my favorite films. How it's structured.
I might consider
I don't
watching it
even
tonight.
give a shit about the shark scenes. I care about the dynamic between the mayor and the chief of police and all of that problem. It's such a metaphor for so many other types of stories. It's a different way of telling that kind of truth to power story. It's maybe one of the greatest truth to power stories, because the mayor has the power to keep the beaches open and so on. And Roy Scheider is like, I think there's a problem here, and I think we better deal with it. And he gets ignored, and then shit hits the fan. So
You know who the cinematographer was on that? Was it like Vilmon?
I don't know. I should know, shouldn't
I mean, we should know because,
Yeah.
but we're such, maniacs for other things. I think he worked with several different. Did you know that Deborah Winger was the voice of E.T.?
I did not know that.
So I just found that out the other day, and she was on Watch What Happens Live, that show by the guy that owns Bravo, and she did it live.
Bill Buckler was cinematographer.
Okay, there you go. I think he worked with several before he got Janusz. Janusz didn't start working with Spielberg until Schindler's List. That was his first movie. What a debut!
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And then every film he's made since has never looked the same. He's makes every film that guy does. He will go down in history as one of the best. But I think he worked with Vilma and a bunch of different guys. Storaro, right? I know that's Woody's main guy, right? Was right for a long time.
No, Woody's was Gordon Willis.
Oh, it was Gordon Willis, right?
Storaro was he was doing Coppola stuff.
Well, Gordon Willis did the Godfather movies.
That's right. Sorry. Yeah. Storaro did Apocalypse Now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there was like a whole different thing back then. Anyway, this is let's learn how to tie a cravat.
Yeah, let's do it.
And it's the Gentleman's Gazette, so we know we're getting it right.
How do you tie an ascot? Here are 3 ways you can do it. 1, this is how you tie the ascot the traditional way. It doesn't matter if you wear the pleats up or down. The only thing that's of importance is that the pleats overlap the knot, so the knot stays tighter and will look great all day. First, the right end needs to be about 3 to 4 inches longer than the left end.
Longer than the left.
The right end, the longer end, goes over the left.
Okay.
Important here is that the pleated part is actually part of the knot, and you want to keep this rather tight. So now the longer end goes back around.
Oh.
As you can see, around
twice,
up through the back.
Okay.
Like a tie.
Yeah.
And down.
Oh shit! I need to see that again.
And this is how.
Longer end goes back around.
He did it twice.
Another button on your shirt.
And I go back up under just like a tie.
Yeah, just
As
like a tie, pretty much.
Around, up through the back, and down.
I just tied it like a
This
tie.
is how
Okay.
Yeah, but did you go under? Let me see what you're doing now.
Okay, so 3 inches longer on
Yes.
the right side. He says, "Go." I have to do this with the headphones here in the way.
Take them off.
So no, I can't because we have to speak to one another. Believe it or
Not
not,
necessarily for this time.
genius.
You could just do it.
And I can't hear your instructions. So I've gone around, and now
one more time.
one more time around again.
Yes.
Okay. That's
and
where
then
I fucked up.
under and
Now
over,
under.
up, right and over. Yeah, and then
And
you're
over.
done.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Like that.
Yeah.
And do I tuck it into the shirt?
Well, I think you
Do
did
I
it
go
wrong.
under like
you
this?
You didn't have the length correct.
No.
Yeah, because now you look like Shirley Partridge. I mean, that looks okay like that. Put yourself front and center. That looks cool.
Put yourself front as if he can't control it.
I don't know how to do that. I swear.
You don't. Okay, so look at this. See us down on preview screens below.
Yes.
See, there's on the top left of those preview screens. There's an image of a person.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay,
that's it.
Thanks.
There you go. So, how does it look?
It looks good. I think I think you need a little practice, but you'll get it.
Yeah.
Very Gatsby says. Actually, it looks fucking banging. That looks great.
Now, do I put the collar around it or I leave it over the collar?
Let's go back to where we were.
There's the collar around it. How's that?
Hold on. I'm gonna just put him up here and let's go look at what he has to say. I got a pee, so I'm gonna let this roll. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go back to this.
Up to the back.
Okay, you skipped though the first part. I see.
Oh, you want to watch the whole thing all over again?
And this
no, you just skip the first one. I need to see him go around.
There you go.
How do you tie an ascot? Here are 3 ways you can do it. 1.
Okay, you go pee.
Hold on, I'm just trying to make this screen bigger for you. There you go.
Yeah, thanks.
Perfect, right?
The only thing that's of importance is that the pleats overlap the knot, so the knot stays tighter and it will look great all day. First, the right end needs to be about 3 to 4 inches longer than the left one.
Right.
Second, the right end, the longer end, goes over the left one. What's important here is that the pleated part is actually part of the knot, and you want to keep this rather tight. So now the longer end goes back around, as you can see, around, up through the back, and down. And this is
he is a very loose silk one. Mine are tougher. They're not as high. I think he has a higher quality.
And then
this is loose. This is nicer.
Once you have it tucked in, you simply adjust it a little bit to your liking.
Oh, he puts it under the collar. Okay.
There are 2 ways. You can have one. You can have everything popping out.
Okay.
You see it, or you can have everything tucked
under.
Like so.
I like that too. That's sharper.
I like it tucked in. I like a tight knot.
Yeah, that's nicer.
Depending on the shirt I'm wearing, I open 1 or 2 buttons from the top.
1 or 2.
This way you see more of the ascot, and so it's more closed. Number 2, simple knot. The simple knot is actually really simple because it's just 1 knot. Both ends are the same length, and then you just create 1 knot.
1 knot and under, just like kind of like a tie.
Like so.
Always okay.
And you tuck both ends in. For this knot, you really have to adjust it.
That's actually kind of nice.
It's a very loose knot, so over the course of the day, it will become loose. That can be a problem with a traditional knot, but with a simple knot, it's even more so. Personally, I don't really like the look of it, and I don't recommend this look. The third way to tie an ascot, the modified 4 in hand. Again, you want it around your neck, and this time you want the right end to be about 2 inches longer.
Okay.
Now what you do is you tie the regular 4 in hand tie knot. You can also watch this video where I show you how to do it, but with an ascot, it's more difficult because it is unlined, so you just have the silk. Basically, you take the longer end, get over, then around, you come over again, you go through the back.
It's the same as
And
before.
now you go through the
Oh,
knots
and you go
created,
through like a tie.
through. Now,
It's a tie.
this
It's a
has the
loose.
advantage that you can really adjust it and have it really tight around your neck, just like with a regular tie knot. Unlike a tie, the front end will be shorter than the back end. That's exactly what you want, because now with the back end,
Okay,
come
pause that again.
from your neck side and basically bring it through from the back.
What would you like me to do? Go back a little?
No, just we watched it. So,
Oh, okay. There you go.
All right.
Just curious as to if he's got some other thing. Let me just skip around.
No, he did 3 different types.
Oh, he did.
So I've changed the Ascot here.
Okay.
So the first one is
That one looks like it matches more of what he's got on. Like the thickness wise, it looks a little bit more thin and pliable. 'Cause his
Yeah,
looks
pliable.
extremely-
Yeah. Right. And then I'm going around again, correct?
Yes, go around again.
Then through.
Right. Up and over.
No, that was our first.
And the second one, he did it like a tie, right?
The third one he did like a tie. He pushed it through. I didn't like the look, but he also did one. The second one he didn't like, and I thought it was quite nice.
I didn't see that
Where
one.
they're both equal. And I think he said, sorry, my headphones are fucking up here. Come on. Fucking headphones.
Carlos says cravat is medieval French slang for Croatian. It's also I was
hanging down like that simple.
Yeah, that looks
Sorry.
good. Listen, you could wear that if you want. It looks cool.
And that doesn't look bad with the green.
No, it doesn't.
And the
look bad
pink.
at all. Doesn't look bad.
No,
No.
it's kind of strong.
Fine. I like it.
Yeah. So
I like it.
let me see. So he did a simple one where they're both the same length, and you
Okay.
do a simple knot.
Mm-hmm.
How did he do it?
Oh, like a director.
Yeah, like a
He
director.
did a
Yeah,
simple knot
It
and
was
put it
like
on
a-
the side.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just a single fold, and you just
Yeah.
tie a knot and then just put it to the side. That's the director.
And by the way, the question I was asking before, do you put it under the collar? He was putting it under the collar and showing different ways to do it. So let me go back to the first one where it's 4 inches longer. This one, and then around twice, correct? Around twice. Oops. Then through. Oh, fuck. And then hangs over, and he was putting it he was tucking it in,
Yeah,
putting it under
under the
and
shirt.
under the collar. Oh, it's a bit of a mess. Oh, okay. And he was saying that you can have it a little exposed
That looks fantastic.
on the side, or you can just keep it nice and neat. And then he was saying you can, and with an Ascot, if you want to show off more, it's okay to unbutton. Sorry, everything's in reverse. I'm looking at myself here. Or you can unbutton too, because you're not showing chest hair. You can do it like that. Personally, think it's a bit smarter.
Yeah, I think it's smarter with the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, Carlos. When I was in Croatia, there were tie stores everywhere because they invented the tie. They did. The tie was invented in Croatia, and the French brought it back to France. Completely.
That's
true.
not bad. Look at that.
No, I love that look. That looks fantastic. Too bad it's so late there. I'd go out for a cocktail on the piazza right now. Fucking smart. Where'd you go? You disappeared. Scotty Love goes, please someone tell me how to tie a noose.
What does Scotty Lowe want to talk about? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, we're 2.5 hours in on a very slow night, so should we probably wrap it up anyway? It's fine. Guys, thanks.
It's
so
my
much.
fault.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Guys, thanks so much. It was fun. We talked about ties. We talked about music stuff we never talk about.
That's true.
Which is
That's
really
true.
cool. And that's what the show is all about. That's great. Thanks to all the super chatters, Andrew, Luke. Thank you, Luke, from you. Ash Fishpool, amazing legend. Paz, thanks so much on A Time to Unwind. Paz again. Eddie, Paz again, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all that stuff. Thanks for all the love. I'll be back on Sunday for Sunday Mass at 2:05 in the p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget to watch the Oisín O'Malley channel. And don't forget our good friend Michaela de Chatillon. Let me go pull her stuff up. Because you know what? It's very important because everybody's asking me about Watch Fashion Police. I'm like, we're working that out. At Michaela de Chatillon. She's on Instagram. She's got a great YouTube channel. Don't forget her. She's lovely. She's wonderful. She's spicy and sassy and beautiful. Let's not forget that. Please subscribe to her. And yeah. So what else? There we go.
Great.
That's it. Anyway, thanks, guys. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt. You might meet a Doreen. Doreen is my new girl. It's like, get the fuck out of here. That's a great name for a Queens broad.
Doreen.
I was in Trader Joe's and there was, this Madison girl, and she was on FaceTime. She was FaceTiming, and she had this giant cart, not that she got in the supermarket, one that she brought with her, and it looked like a wagon, like an actual like an old-fashioned wagon that she was pulling. And she was obviously doing, like, people shop for people for delivery. She was obviously doing that, but she's talking to somebody, and her name was Gwendolyn. And she's like, Gwendolyn, blah, 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 blah. And she's blocking the aisle. And some girl comes up to her and she goes, why did you try getting the fuck off the phone instead of blocking up the whole works here? What the fuck's wrong with you? And I just looked at her and I was like, Doreen, I love you.
Doreen.
She just looked like such a Doreen. That's such an old school Queensy name. A girl named Doreen. She's the tough broad on the street who's going to tell you Jessica's and your Tiffany's and your Ampers to go fuck yourself.
Love it.
I love it. Hey, it's Joe LaFaro. I didn't even see you there. Good evening, gents. We'll have to catch the replay. Just wanted to say hi. Hey, Joe. We talked about you all night. Anyway, say please and thank you. And remember to spread it all around, because you never know. You might meet somebody who's the nicest person in the world, or else they're just a nasty old cunt.